I want to talk about this whole thing of the amount of stress that you can go through running your own landscaping business and why you should not share this with your customers or your employees or stuff like that. And I talked about this in the last video. I'll put a link below. But next, I want to talk about how there's this interesting thing about the world that we live in where people only care about results. And when they only care about results, like imagine if the guy who climbs to the top of a frickin', you ever seen that on YouTube? There's a video where these guys climb to the top of these towers, and it's like half a mile up just to change a light bulb. I mean, that seems pretty terrifying, right? Now, nobody cares about that guy, what he had to do, if he didn't get any sleep the night before, if he had a sick pet or relative, all types of stuff. This guy could be going through tumultuous chaos inside of his mind and his emotions. He could be suffering from depression. He could be happy, right? Who knows? But nobody cares when it comes to delivering results in the world of commerce, or let's just say the jurisdiction of business. Sorry, this is my webcam on the front of my dashboard, and I got guys on a job site working right now. They're going to the next job site. The phone's ringing off the hook. I got 3 cell phones. We're very busy. But I just wanted to share this powerful message with you. So like in your landscaping business, nobody cares what's going on inside because all the customers care about is results. They don't want to know anything about you. And I got a little bit of more metaphors about this. Nobody cares. Not even like your family cares about all the stuff. Do you know anybody in your life, here's a good example, that every time you talk to them, they cry, whine, and complain about everything they're going through? They might be a full-blown adult in their 40s, 50s, or 60s, and they're still crying and complaining constantly. They're addicted to their struggle. They're addicted to their suffering. And it's like a drag. It's like, when are they going to realize that everybody's going through all that stuff as well? But some people need to vent that out. Now, here's the next part I wanted to say. Just because I said all this stuff, it doesn't mean that it's not any less valuable, right? That doesn't mean that it's any less valuable. So what I mean is, you running your own lawn care and landscaping business, the amount of hell that you have to go through every day. Hell is a bad word. That's a bad word. Because sometimes you have phenomenal days where you get great sleep, you're hydrated, because there's 4 components: sleep, adequate sleep. If you're stressed out, get right to these 4 things: sleep, hydration, proper nutrition, which means stop eating fast food immediately and eat some healthy food, and then get exercise. You probably already get plenty of exercise if you own your own landscaping business, but you got to get sleep and lots of hydration. Drink lots of fluids. I say we because now it's getting crazy. Lots of essential water. It's pH 9.5. It's expensive, but it has like all the electrolytes, and it's like really, really, really good stuff. I could make a whole video about that. So sometimes you have these days or these weeks, or you might even go through depression where you're so stressed out that it's like the mind and your emotions are a battlefield, and your glands are pumping cortisol into your bloodstream, where you're so stressed out and on edge, and you keep playing. I had this stupid thing happen to me. You're playing scenarios in your head, worst case scenarios. I had a scenario in my head. It's like I almost don't even want to speak it. But anyways, the guys were about to get rained out because it was raining, and I thought they were coming back to the home base. But it wasn't raining yet. So I texted them, hey, don't come back. Go to the next job until you get rained out, because we got to get these jobs done. Customers are waiting. Some customers are ticked off because they've just been waiting and they want it. We've had delays, just like any business. And they disappeared for over an hour, and I didn't know where they were. And they never responded to me or anything. And I like pontificated in my head that they had gotten in a wreck driving. And I was thinking of the worst things. I freaked out. My emotions hijacked me. I started driving around and freaking out, looking like, oh my God, where are they? Calling. Like, I called like 3 times in 20 minutes. Like, what's going on? Where are you? Where are you? Like, stupid stuff. And then all of a sudden I had this idea to call the next customer on the list and say, hey, what's going on, Mr. Ken? How are you doing? He's like, hey, your guys are out here working right now. They're doing a great job. I thought the rain was coming. I was like, oh, they went to the next job. And I was like,
more of the Untrapped podcast right after this.
Hey, my friend, it's that time of year again, the 2022 Equip Expo, formerly the GIE Expo, the biggest green industry event in the country each year in Louisville, Kentucky. This October 18th through 21st, you can get 50% off your tickets if you go to keithkelfis.com/events, click on the Equip Expo link, and use promo code KEITH50 to save 50% off your tickets. Make sure you get your tickets right away and book your hotel right away too, because this event, thousands and thousands of people come, and it definitely sells out every year. You won't be able to get a hotel room if you book too late. So go to keithkelfis.com/events and go to Equip Expo and use promo code KEITH50 to save 50% off your tickets, and I will see you October 18th through the 21st in Louisville, Kentucky.
The Untrapped podcast continues.
I finally got a hold of my dude that works for me, and I was like, bro, you need to communicate with me better. He's like, no, my phone froze. There's this area, we have T-Mobile for some stupid reason ever since they merged with, I don't know, there's a couple spotty areas where there's no service, and it was like, my head just went to the worst case thing. But the emotions that you can go through in every little stage and cycle of your business, from, let's say you want to be to all your customers on time, you're a good person, you have integrity, but you're having real delays in your business, and now customers are upset with you, but you're not the type of person to upset people. You're not the type of person to show up late, and it's driving you insane, and you feel like you got to explain it to your customer, like, you don't understand, like, we got a flat tire, and this broke down, then it rained. It's like, and the customers don't even care. That's the truth. They don't even care. But you're telling them the truth. Like, I promise you, I'm a really good person, and I really want to be there on time. And I know I said I would be there, but I haven't. Like, even that right there, you're getting caught in this world. Like, customers are like, whoa. They might, like, let you finish the job, but they might not ever hire you ever again if you even act like that. It's like you almost have to be this totally different person and be like if something really real happened, I'm sorry, Mrs. Jones, we had an unexpected delay. We're running about 2.5 hours behind schedule for the third time this week. We're expected to be there about 3 p.m. But just to tell you the truth, Mrs. Jones, I have no idea what's going to happen between now and the next 3 hours. We could get a flat tire. There could be rain. There could be a tragedy. There could be a catastrophe. I have no idea, Mrs. Jones. You know why? Because that's what this business is like. You got that, Mrs. Jones? Constant delays. They never end. I don't even know when the next one is coming. It's probably on its way here right now. So if I told you I was going to be there at 3 p.m., I'm probably lying to you. You know why? Because I don't know if I'm lying or not. Because I'm not a liar. I'm a good person. I would never lie to anybody. But all these delays! I'm just freaking out. It's like, you can't act like that to a customer. So it's like, are you lying to the customer when you tell them, hey, we're going to be there tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.? So I've got this new idea. I'm going to get back to the point. I talked to my friend William about this. He's like, dude, I don't even do that no more. I tell the customer we'll be there sometime between 3 and 6 weeks. And then I think he gives them a day before heads up notice, right? Because I can't guarantee anything, so I just tell them a time frame. So that's what we're doing now, and telling the customers, listen, you don't have to be home. We prefer for you not to be home. I would never say that. But what I mean is, some customers, for some reason, they feel like they have to be home to watch you trim their bushes, and they'll literally call into work and cancel appointments, and they'll rearrange their whole life around you showing up on some perfect little 2-hour segment with it on a Thursday between 2 and 5 p.m. to like trim their bushes or cut their grass or do something, or like, and then they get all upset with you when you have a delay. This is a whole nother video. I can't even believe this stuff happens. But you can't tell the customer, hey, Mrs. Jones, don't you think you played a part in manufacturing this stress and this drama by you insisting, rearranging your whole life thinking we're going to be there at this specific time? So then you go back to your policies and your procedures and your communication, and you talk to the customer, you say like, hey, there's a window. And now when I give customers quotes, I'm like, listen, I don't know what could happen. I'm putting you on the schedule for the 19th, which means that I very well could be to you on the 19th. It could be next month before I get to you. So if that stops you from hiring us right now, what is your deadline here? I will never bump anybody ahead of you on the schedule, but we have so many delays in this business that when I say I'm going to be here, I say I'm going to get it done, I'm going to get it done, and I will stay in contact with you, but I can't guarantee that I'll be there. But you're on my schedule, and it's first come, first serve. So it's like one of those things. It's like, they're like, well, why don't you just lie to me and just tell me what I want to hear so I can get upset later? I'm not going to lie to you. So all of those stresses and all this stuff that goes on inside of your head, let alone all your personal life and your family issues and your fears and your phobias and you could be a total germ freak. I'm kind of a germ freak. I don't like touching door handles. I don't touch toilet seats. I don't sit on toilets. I don't touch anything in like public restrooms. I like use my feet to open doors and like paper towel and I toss it in the trash. I just kind of a germ freak like my whole life. I don't like shaking people's hands. I do like the fist bump or the elbow thing, even pre-2020. So that's one thing that's like, I could be driving to a job site and then I like realize like if I do have to touch a door, I use just this pinky and I have this is embarrassing, the hand sanitizer, but I have different fingers for different things. So if I have to like wipe the corner of my eye, I make sure I do it with the ring finger, right? Not the frickin' pinky. Just open the door with the pinky and stick the pinky in your eye. Like, I did that before, and then I was having a panic attack. Oh my God, I opened the door, and I'll think about the thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people that have opened that door after who knows where their hands have been, and then I stuck it in my eye. And so I'm trying to drive to a job site, having a panic attack, putting hand sanitizer in my eye and it's burning. And like, this doesn't really happen. I'm just joking. So you can't share any of that with the world. All of whatever stuff you got going on, there's so much. And the more you have going on is the more complexity that amplifies it. Imagine if you got a wife and like 6 kids and a business with like 10 employees. And you got life insurance, home insurance, health insurance, fire insurance, Roth IRA, SEP, stocks and bonds, real estate. Now you're buying a vacation home. You got all this stuff going on. You're just like, you never get a moment of peace. And you're the one who created all that. So all the little stresses and struggles that come along with you wanting to be careful what you wish for. You just might get it. That's why they say like a simple life and being a minimalist and having some free time is important. But just be aware that with not everybody wants to, what do they say? Take over the world. Not everybody wants to be astronomically successful, right? So all the weird stresses and struggles and personal development stuff that you have to overcome to become successful, like let's say you were bullied in elementary school. I hear about that, kids getting bullied, right? That sucks, right? So what if you grow up and you're all angry, you're like hyper vigilant and you're just willing to just stand up for yourself if somebody wasn't even trying to be mean to you, and now you have to deal with that. There's all types of stuff like people deal with, especially like if someone is like, let's say you're like a recovering alcoholic or something like that, right? Alcoholism is a horrible addiction, right?
Stick around as Keith returns with more of the Untrapped podcast in just a moment. Looking to maximize your production in the field? Ballard Products has over 300 products that can help you get the most out of your efforts every day. Ballard Products. Whether you are looking to get a better cut, keep your gear on your machine, keep your expensive equipment clean and safe, or just get the most out of your machines, Ballard has you covered. Ballard Products. Jump onto our easy-to-use updated website at ballard-inc.com to get your gear ordered today. Keep grinding. Stay safe. And have a great season. Ballard. Make sure to use the code Keith10 to save 10% on our full line of gear. That's Keith10.
Hey guys, come see me in Nashville, Tennessee this August 17th, 18th, and 19th at the huge convention. It's the biggest industry event each year in the country. Now, I think this is like 8 years in. Well over 1,000 people come here. But this is where the who's who of the window cleaning, soft washing, pressure washing, cleaning industry come, and now even landscapers coming to this event because the quality of the information and the people there that have people from just getting started to multi-million-dollar businesses. You're going to learn frameworks, models, systems, protocols. There's so much knowledge and information at this event. They have something called breakout sessions. So there will be all these different trainings inside of all these different rooms going on where you can pick on the calendar what you want to learn about and grow and learn about in your business and go check it out. I'll be doing a speech there talking about social media and internet marketing and how you can use virtual assistants to help you grow your business so you don't have to like hire full-time people in-house on payroll. Entire world of outsourcing. I'll be talking about all that stuff, doing a presentation. You can come see me live. Joshua Latimer is going to be the keynote speaker. I mean, this is going to be an awesome event. Go to keithkalfas.com/events keithkalfas.com/events, and you can save like 50% off your tickets through my link. So go there, check it out, and I'll see you in Nashville, Tennessee, August 17th, 18th, and 19th at the huge convention.
The Untrapped podcast continues.
It can make yours and other people's lives a living hell. What if you're trying to not drink anymore and you're trying to run your business? That's a really tough thing. It takes a lot of courage and patience to go through something like that. All of that stuff in the world of business, nobody cares about any of that, and nobody cares about you. They just want the result. You said you were going to be here at 3 o'clock to install my landscaping. Why isn't, and you could do the whole landscape job and do an amazing job, but one little tiny thing wasn't perfect, and now the customer's looking for a reason to be upset, and you have to deal with all that. Or you just did a beautiful job, and now you have all these customers, all these rock star clients, you have rock star employees, you got a rock star family, you're a rock star, everything is what I mean is, if you could take all of your problems, here's the end of this video, or podcast if you're listening to this on the Untrapped podcast. If you see all of that as a problem, then it will be a problem because you view it as a problem and you feel like you're struggling and you got to fix it. But what if you just viewed it all as like, oh, this is all just normal stuff? So everybody goes through this. I don't choose to perceive it as something that makes me suffer. I just laugh because what a great opportunity to live, to be alive, to be healthy, to live where we live and be able to build a business and have the opportunity to be able to achieve abundance and wealth and have a home and food in the fridge and be able to take our family to the park on the weekend and pack a picnic and to be able to go to a restaurant and get a carry out and have your own business and be your own boss. Wow, I get to do all this cool stuff. I get to go through this. These are higher level problems. If you look at it all as an opportunity and you quit being a little whiny crybaby about all of it and you realize that nobody cares anyways, and you also realize that if you become super successful and you get your dream car, your dream truck, your dream home, nobody really cares either. They still want to know, why aren't you going to be here at 3 o'clock to do my landscaping? And you realize that in the world, the whole movie that you're playing out in the role in your head of how important your life is, and you are important, you are special, but everything that you got going on, and that you think is it's so tumultuous, all that head trash and drama, it's all just a big deal because you're making it a big deal. What if none of it was a big deal at all? And it's all going to be okay? You take care of stuff because you're the type of person who takes care of things, and sometimes you make mistakes, and if you do, you fix it, and you got this. If you don't see it as a problem, and you just vibrate and gravitate to where and who you want to be and how you want to be, and for instance, if you're talking to a customer, and instead of apologizing and telling them why you're late and why you can't, you just say, hey, Mrs. Jones, apologize for the inconvenience. We had a hiccup. This morning we had a delay, or we've had several delays, but I promised you I'd be there, and we'll be there. We're just going to be a little bit late, or we're going to have to come Monday instead, but nonetheless, we'll get it done, we'll do a great job, and you're in good hands. See how that is calm, controlled, trustable? The customer almost has no option but to go, okay, this is the type of contractor I like. At least this guy's owning up to the fact, or he's not trying to hide anything, because if you're making excuses all the time for anything, people just have no respect for you. They're you're the type of person who makes excuses. I had this problem with my wife. I've had to grow up a lot. I'm in my late 30s, and my wife has taught me so much about growing up and being a man, and I have a long way to go. My wife is the type, sounds like I'm putting her in a box. If I say something or do something or behave in a way that's not, this is kind of vulnerable for me to talk about, that's not what a mature man would do. If I act immature or irresponsible, she just puts her thumb on my neck and she'll bring it to my attention and she will shine a light on it and hold me accountable for it. And she will not she stands on my neck, and she will not let up for eternity. And then she's like, why are you being defensive? Why do you keep making excuses about something so simple? Why? Where did this come from? Why? And she wants to know why, and she's splitting me open, shining light in where I'm immature and I don't want to grow up. And then so I just get quiet and say nothing. But what it's helped me do a lot is, instead of doing that, I've reframed it a lot. I've come a long way, and I go, oh my God, you're right. I totally messed that up. Thanks for bringing that to my attention. That's why I love you so much, because you you speak, you talk about it, and you bring it to my attention, and then that gives me a great opportunity to see it. Man, you're an awesome partner in life. Thanks for helping me see that thing. That's really cool. See? Simple. Why was I so afraid to admit that I was wrong, or that I was like, so same with customers, same with anybody. It's like we're constantly learning and growing, and you ask yourself, is this who I want to become? Do I want to become the type of person who's whining and complaining and all stressed out all the time? Or sharing that with other people? So this whole thing, they're like, what does this have to do with the landscaping business? What does this guy think he is? Who is this Keith guy? I'm just a guy who's obsessed with personal development, who's going through all types of low self-esteem and depression and all these things. And I'm obsessed with becoming the best human being that I can possibly be and live a happy, fulfilled, holistic, happy life. And that means have a happy life doesn't mean your life is somewhere over there. Your life is right here, right now, this very present, breath by breath moment. Right now, how can I be, or why should I be happy right now? What do I have to be grateful for right now? So it's a quick reframe. If you find yourself feeling like you're being towed underneath the current and being dragged along, just like, like you're suffering, you're actually choosing suffering. You're choosing it. Even if part of you says, I said part of you, it's a partial truth at best. Whatever. Yeah, but I'm suffering and I'm upset because of this thing. Okay, that's still only partially true, because there's all types of other people who go through that same stuff every day and they don't choose to suffer. They just handle their shit. They do what they gotta do. You are right now where you dreamed of being 5 years ago. Why are you complaining about it? This is what you wanted, right? Oh, did you think you were just gonna get your own business and it would just be perfect all the time? It's perfect. No, you get to deal with all the responsibilities, the penalty of leadership. The penalty of leadership is what comes with it. So, there's another story I want to tell you in the next video about, I think it's the Greek king and the horse's hair with the sword over his head. Remind me to tell you about that. All right, drop me a link and a comment below. Hey, I hope you liked the show, and if you like the Untrapped podcast and you get value from it, can you please take a minute to go over to Spotify and leave it a well-worded positive 5-star review? It helps boost the rankings on Spotify so the show can get to more people. Therefore, these messages can get out to more people and inspire more people so then they can go out and start their small businesses and crush it and get to the next level. It's a huge deal. All right, I'll see you in the next show.